Hey you guys, happy Sunday. So on this edition of Skincare Sunday, and I swear to God, all of my skincare Sundays are just gonna be like random places. Not professional, nothing at all, but you know what, this is my life. This is exactly what it looks like to really make sure that I am bringing you guys great content and it's somewhat some sort of intervals that make sense. So again, hope you guys are okay with this, but let's get to it. So this Skincare Sunday, I wanted to chat with you guys about, there's a big misconception about exfoliants, what they are, different types, when you need them, why you need them, obviously what they do, and one ingredient that we haven't talked about yet is a BHA, or a beta hydroxy acid. So that will be our ingredient of the week this week. So let's just start by talking about exfoliants. Now there's so much to say about exfoliants, so if you have any questions, please refer to your own research or talk to your dermatologist or doctor if you have any specific skin concerns that you might need some more guidance on. So first of all, exfoliants. Now I'm going to talk about chemical exfoliants for the most part, but physical exfoliants are anything with that kind of little beading in it. So now obviously it's illegal to use products with synthetic beads in them, so now they're making them with sugars, and I actually have one for the body that has walnut pieces in it. But it's like not aggressive. I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. So yeah, so there's a bunch of different ways to do a physical exfoliant. Now, in my opinion, I'm not super into physical exfoliants on the face. Body, totally love them for that. But for the face, I really enjoy more of your chemical or enzymatic exfoliant. So physical exfoliants, who they should be used for, in my opinion, is just really obvious the youngest generation. So the ones that are just kind of having that acne prone skin or a few clogged pores or some texture, and it needs to be a really gentle one. I really like the Dermalogica, I believe it's called the micro exfoliant powder. I know a lot of brands. I know, of course, Tatcha has like a powder that basically is super soft. I'll obviously be posting pictures while I'm talking about this, and those seem to be really great for people that want a very light exfoliation every day. They can use those every day. So physical exfoliants, not my super jam. I don't really like recommending those to my clients because you can go pretty abrasive on them. You can really, obviously the one I do like every once in a while is the Microdermabrasion, basically the wash from Meaningful Beauty, and then also to Kate Somerville, I think it's called Exfoliate. That one is a great physical exfoliator as well. All right, so let's get on to chemical exfoliants. So chemical exfoliants, usually they are either a AHA or a BHA or a enzymatic. So AHA, alpha hydroxy acid. If you have not seen my Skincare Sunday on textured skin and using alpha hydroxy acids or AHAs, please go watch that so you can have a little bit more in-depth explanation on how that all works. There's also BHAs, beta hydroxy acids, and like I said, enzymatic. So AHAs are usually lactic acid and glycolic acid. Those are the two AHAs. BHA is a salicylic acid, and then enzymatics can be a whole bunch of things: papaya, pineapple, things of that nature, usually like a citrus fruit. And what an enzymatic peel or enzymatic exfoliator does is it basically, think of it as little Pac-Men, and they basically eat up all the dead skin cells on our face. AHAs, think of it as they work above the skin to slough away that dead skin cell, and BHAs work on top and below, so B, below, works actually deeply in the pore to clean out any of those kind of bacteria and dead skin cells and things of that nature. So if we don't exfoliate, things that kind of happen are dull skin, fine lines and wrinkles, obviously clogged pores, whiteheads, blackheads, textured skin, milia, all sorts of things like that. Also too, what can really help is if you have over sun exposure from so many years of having over sun exposure, exfoliating can help renew that skin. So what exfoliation does is it kind of eats away all of our dead skin cells on top of our skin and actually helps the cell turnover process and reveal brighter, healthier, smoother, younger looking skin. So I'm a big fan of exfoliating, not over exfoliating. Make sure that you are doing it the appropriate amount of times a week for your skin, but every skin type can benefit from exfoliation. Okay, so a lot of you guys, if you have talked to me about before, like, oh, my skin just looks dull, or my makeup isn't going on very nicely, or I have clogged pores, I have textured skin, all of these things can really be helped by a good exfoliant. Now, again, if you want more information on an AHA, because AHAs are meant for, or they benefit better, they benefit more for people that have dry to normal skin. And because usually those are the ones that have a little bit finer, dehydrated skin, basically. So that has a tendency to work better on top of the skin, so on top of that layer, with brightness, pigmentation, things of that nature. Now, BHAs, what we're talking about today, really is about helping for combination oilier skin types. And actually, even rosacea sufferers can use salicylic acid, because salicylic acid has actually a soothing agent in it itself that has a tendency to be a little bit more gentle if it's formulated correctly. For rosacea sufferers or sensitive skin sufferers. Now, when I say formulated correctly, the pH is really important here. So you need to make sure that any kind of products that you get with salicylic in them, they have a proper pH. And I think it's between 3 and 4 is the appropriate pH for salicylic acid. So AHAs work above the skin and BHAs work below the skin. So you can think of it as the reason why BHAs are recommended more for combination oily, acne-prone skin, that type of a thing, because you can still have acne and dehydrated skin. So you're having kind of both of those issues. But for the most part, for a general sense, as we're talking, it's meant for more combination to oilier skin types, because usually those skin types have a tendency to have more clogged pores, whiteheads, blackheads, pustules, things of that nature. And also too, BHAs work great for milia. So if you have milia, that's what you want to gravitate towards, that product, that ingredient. Now, I was thinking to myself, how am I going to give you guys a recommendation for a bunch of products that have salicylic acid in it? That is really hard for me, because I would have to go through and make sure and fact check that every product I give to you as a recommendation has the appropriate pH. So what I'm going to say right now is, if you have the issues that we just talked about, clogged pores, etc., go look for a product that has salicylic acid in it, and the company should tell you what the pH of that ingredient is. I know that Sunday Riley's products, I know that Drunk Elephant, I know that Paula's Choice, I know that their products are specifically formulated for different skin concerns with the appropriate pH. So it's just something to consider. Make sure you keep that in mind. Getting back to the basics of a BHA, you can think of our skin as little bricks, okay? There's like little bricks all over our face. And then the glue that holds them together is what we want to destroy and get rid of, so it has a chance to reveal new, brighter, healthier looking skin. That's what an AHA does, glycolic or lactic. Now, what really, is what's important for this type of skin type, the oily combination, is getting inside of the pore, cleaning it out, making sure that all that bacteria is out of there. BHAs are great for pore size. So if you have large pores, this is a product that you really need to look into, an ingredient of salicylic acid. What it does is it goes into the pore and cleans out the pore deeply. And so they actually have the pores look or appear smaller. Obviously our pores never close, but they just can appear smaller because they are nice and clean. Also too, it's an important ingredient to get that acne out of that skin. Really, really important to use a salicylic acid. Benzoyl peroxide is something that is used for acne-prone skin as well. It's just a little aggressive, but now there has been some advancements in it. So something that you probably want to look into. But for general purposes, salicylic acid is a great place to start if you have any of those skin concerns that we have been talking about. Now, how to use exfoliants. Exfoliants, in my opinion, are going to be very, very personal. So it depends upon how your skin feels when you use them and how often. Now, for me, I'm able to use exfoliants and things of that nature quite often. Pretty much every couple of days or every other day, because I do use my retinoids. So my skin is very tolerant. I don't have sensitive skin, things of that nature. Now I gravitate more towards AHAs because I'm all about pigmentation, aging. I have dry skin, so I don't have a lot of clogged pores and things of that nature. So I gravitate towards AHAs. Now, how you multi-use these is some people will ask, well, can I use both? Can I use an AHA and a BHA? And side note, enzymatic peel, enzymatic exfoliants that we talked about, your papaya, your pineapple, things of that nature, are sometimes combined together a lot with your AHAs. So you won't probably find, for the most part, maybe you will, I don't know, comment below if you guys have any amazing enzymatic exfoliants or enzymatic peels that you really like too, because those have a tendency to be really fun and effective as well. But you can actually multi. So for example, I would use a AHA, glycolic, lactic, all through here. And then maybe right here, where I have some more texture, I could potentially, I get breakouts right here sometimes, I could potentially use a BHA. So you don't have to use them all over the face. It's like multi-masking or cocktail masking. You can use things in different areas of the face wherever you need them. So if your face calls for certain areas of the face that need an AHA or a BHA, then you can feel free to use them at the same time. Just don't overlap them. They should never be put on top of each other. If you are going to use them and you want them all over the face, both of them, choose to switch off nights. Exfoliants, for the most part, should really be used during the evening, because that is when your skin has a tendency to regenerate itself a lot quicker and a lot more effectively. So multi-use, serums, that's totally cool. And then where they go in your skincare routine is you do your double cleanse at night, your toner or essence, and you don't have to wait for your toner or essence to apply your exfoliant. You can just put it right over. I actually have a tendency to use my essence, and then before it even dries, that's when I actually use my retinols or any of my acids, because I feel like it buffers and has a tendency to be a little bit more tolerant on the skin, or my skin's more tolerant of it. So cleanse, tone and essence, serums, your exfoliating serums, and then obviously your moisturizers and oils and things of that nature. So I hope that helps. You guys, please share any of your favorite exfoliants down below so people can find them. Please include all sorts of different ranges and prices so everybody can feel that they're approachable. And again, I'm sorry I don't have a ton of product recommendations. I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction or tell you that one thing is good and I haven't done enough research on it, because it's super important to me on these Skincare Sundays that I really give you the information that is researched and proven, so you can feel good about my recommendation. Anyway, so I hope that this was effective. I hope that this kind of cleared some things up. Feel free to always ask questions. You guys know I try to respond as much as I possibly can to everyone below. And please subscribe, share with your friends and family that might find this useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye.